You know, life is good to me, and it doesn't have to be. So, I know, that's what I'm saying. Okay, example number 3 here, guys. We need to solve this thing. Now, Will, how many things are there up here that are being multiplied that equal 0? 2 things, right? I've got this binomial. You know, I wish it didn't do that. I've got this binomial here, and I have this binomial here. Those 2 things are being multiplied together, and they give me 0. So if either of them are 0, then it's a true statement. Okay? So I'm going to look at this first one. 3t minus 2. Okay? Now, I want to know what makes this thing equal 0, Andrew. Well, I'm going to find out by solving it. Add 2 to both sides, I get 3t is equal to 2, and then I divide by 3, and I get t is equal to 2/3. All right, so I'm going to put that right there. Okay? Now the next one is t minus 3. What makes that equal 0? Well, I'm going to add 3 to both sides, and I'm going to get t is equal to 3. Okay? Now, since this was a quadratic, I can have no more than 2 solutions, and I have 2 solutions, 2/3 and 3. Okay? Now, let's take just a second, not too long here, but let's take a moment. If you look at the binomial, it's a minus 2 and a 3. So that means my answer is going to be positive 2 divided by the thing that's next to the variable, right? So this changes signs, and that becomes a denominator. Whoa, that becomes a denominator. All right? For this one over here, this changes signs, that 3. The negative 3 becomes a positive 3. And you can take the number in front of the variable, which is a 1, and put it underneath, make it the denominator. I get the same thing. But you'll begin to see these patterns. The more often you use these things, and the more often you do this, you won't have to go through all of this work to get these answers. You can just look at it and tell. Okay? Clearly, that's going to be, since it's negative, that's going to be positive 2 over 3. This is going to be positive 3 over 1. And that's it. Okay? All right. Good job, guys. On to the last example.